Hello guys and welcome back to Excel Sheet Academy. So today we are going to do what's in summary series lecture 10 and lecture 3, sorry, not lecture 10. This is lecture 10.3 and the chapter name is the mutability and the repair of DNA. So in this we are going to discuss about the DNA damage. वो भी कैसे? It can be spontaneous from the hydrolysis and the deamination. So जितने types के DNA damage हैं आज इस lecture में हम वो सब discuss करने वाले हैं. Okay, so mutations arises not only from the errors in replication, but also from the damage to the DNA. So in the last lecture, we talked about the errors during the replication and how to repair. So in the previous lecture, we discussed about the mismatch repair system, right? So हमने इसमें क्या-क्या discuss किया था? We talked about the म्यूट एस म्यूट एल म्यूट एच प्रोटीन के बारे में डिस्कस किया था राइट सो गाइज अगर आपने नहीं देखा है सो गो बैक टू योर go back to the Excel Sheet Academy channel playlist आप उसमें Watson summary series खोलिए and lecture 10.2 को सुनिए. Now coming back to this, some damage is caused by the environmental factors such as radiation and so-called the mutagens. So these mutagens are nothing but they are the chemical agents that increase the mutation frequency. So as such mutagens क्या करते हैं? It is not causing the mutation but उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया में जहां पे भी केमिकल एजेंट प्रेजेंट रहेगा वहां पे द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ म्यूटेशन हैपनिंग विल बी इंक्रीज. ठीक है. So, but DNA also undergoes spontaneous damage from the action of the water. So, ये सब हम अभी discuss करेंगे in detail. Okay. So, the most frequent and important kind of hydrolytic damage is the deamination of the base cytosine. कोई सोच सकता है पानी की वजह से भी DNA damage हो सकता है because most of the time whenever we are working in the lab we are making sure that DNA is soluble in the aqueous solution. ठीक है. So just imagine this water itself is causing the damage. अब आगे काम कैसे करेंगे, right? So there are techniques by which these are all actually prevented. ठीक है. So here we are going to discuss about the hydrolytic damage of the DNA. So under normal physiological conditions, cytosine undergoes spontaneous deamination, thereby generating an unnatural base uracil. ठीक है. Now why it is called unnatural base uracil? Because it is unnatural in the case of the DNA. DNA में आपको U नहीं present है, right? It is present in the RNA. Now, how this is happening? So, in this, because of the hydrolytic damage, there is a removal of the amino group which is present on the cytosine, right? And जिसकी वजह से यहाँ पे ये क्या होगा? आपका uracil बन जा रहा है. So uracil preferentially pairs with the adenine and thus introduces that base in the opposite strand upon replication rather than G that would have been directed by the C. तो जहां पे हमें C G का हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग मिलना चाहिए जहां वहां पे because it has got deaminated वहां पे U आ गया and now it is going to base pair with A and hence it is going to change the sequence of the DNA. So adenine and guanine are also subject to spontaneous deamination. So this is one example where the deamination of cytosine results in the formation of uracil, again causing the DNA damage. Now, deamination converts adenine to hypoxanthine, which hydrogen bonds to cytosine rather than to thymine. And guanine is converted to xanthine, which continues to pair with cytosine although with only 2 hydrogen bonds. So अभी हमने क्या डिस्कस किया? एक केस में था जहां पे deamination of cytosine जो आपको दे रहा था U, अब क्या होगा? यहाँ पे deamination of guanine, sorry, yeah, one second, yeah. So यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Deamination will convert adenine to hypoxanthine. So adenine to hypoxanthine. Guys, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, इसका एक छोटा सा टेबल बना के आप रख लीजिए so that you know you don't get confused. So cytosine to uracil, adenine to hypoxanthine, and then guanine to xanthine. So these are nothing but all the three are the cases of deamination. यानी कि एक amino group आपका remove हो गया है, ठीक है? Now, DNA also undergoes depurination by spontaneous hydrolysis of the N-glycosyl linkage and this produces a basic site, यानी कि वहां पे कोई भी base present नहीं रहेगा, ठीक है? So because of this, what will happen? It is just going to have phosphate over there and sugar, but there won't be any base. The base नहीं रहेगा, so there won't be any hydrogen bonding, right? So again, it is detected as the damage to the DNA. So these hydrolytic reactions result in the unnatural alterations to the DNA. Apurinic sites are of course unnatural, and each of the deamination reactions generates an unnatural base. That is what we have just discussed now. ठीक है. So this situation allows changes to be recognized by the repair system. So जैसे कि मैंने पहले ही बोला, जब भी कोई डैमेज हो रहा है डीएनए में, तो the system has overcome all these problems by having a very good specific repair mechanism. Okay. Now, this situation will also suggest an explanation for why DNA has thymine instead of uracil. Now, क्या? See, if suppose DNA में uracil होता, तो that would have not been taken as the mistake in the DNA. ठीक है? वो उसका अपना ही natural base होता, and sequence change हो जाता, and पता भी नहीं चलता that mutation has taken place. इसलिए it was good that DNA does not have uracil, but it has got the thymine. ठीक है? So if DNA naturally contain uracil instead of thymine, then deamination of cytosine would generate a natural base, which the repair system could not easily recognize. Okay. Now, the hazard of having deamination generate a naturally occurring base is illustrated by the problem caused by the presence of 5-methyl cytosine. अब देखो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है. If suppose you have got the 5-methylated cytosine, now deamination होगा तो क्या होगा? So once the amino group has been released, it will result in the formation of thymine. Okay. Now, so vertebrate DNA frequently contains 5-methyl cytosine cytosine as a result of action of methyl transferases, and this modified base has a role in transcription silencing. So अभी देखो क्या हो रहा है, guys. See, already in our wherever the gene silencing, for example telomeres हो गए, centromeres हो गए, वहां पे we have got all these CG base CG repeats, and उसमें भी C जो आपका रहता है highly methylated रहता है. ठीक है. अब just imagine वहां पे आपका hydrolytic damage भी हो रहा है. So what will happen? The cytosine is becoming T. अब वो T बन जाएगा. So in the next round of replication, instead of having CG repeats, it is going to have the AT over there. Right? So इससे क्या होगा, पूरा आपका सेंट्रोमियर टीलोमेयर शिफ्ट हो जाएगा. So deamination of 5-methyl cytosine generates thymine, which obviously will not be recognized as an abnormal base, क्योंकि DNA में तो thymine present रहता ही है. So finally यहाँ पे क्या होगा, C to G base pairing होनी चाहिए थी, वहां पे C to D transition हो जाएगा, and what will happen? This will become the. So indeed, methylated Cs are hotspots for spontaneous mutations in the vertebrate DNA. So already क्या होगा यहाँ पे, बहुत सारा mutation frequency आपका increase हो जाएगा. ठीक है. So that is what like we have discussed now कि DNA damage, spontaneous damage जो रहता है, for example hydrolytic damage. तो हमने उसमें क्या देखा, hydrolytic damage देखा, which results in the deamination of the bases, and किस तरह के changes हो जा रहे हैं, and because of these changes it gets introduced into the sequence, and it is going to affect the gene sequence. Now the DNA damage with the alkylation, oxidation and the radiation mechanism, अभी हम ये discuss करेंगे. So DNA is vulnerable to damage from alkylation, oxidation and radiation. So alkylation में क्या होता है, methyl और ethyl group है जो आपका transfer हो जाएगा to the reactive sites. ठीक है. Now alkylating agents includes nitrosamines, and the very potent laboratory mutagen is N-methyl, N-nitro, nitrosoguanidine. Okay, so it is one of the most vulnerable sites of alkylation is the keto group at the carbon atom 6 of guanine. So क्या होगा, the product will become from this methylation is O6-methyl guanine. Now the problem is that this will mimic as AT. So जिसकी वजह से it is going to base pair with T. ठीक है, it is going to base pair with T. So instead of GC base pairing, I'm going to have the AT, and this will become permanent, यानी कि incorporated into the genome if the damage is, if the DNA is going for the replication and has not been repaired. Okay. So guys, in this slide, it is important to remember this. It is important. Please guys, make a note of this. Okay. So this is over here. They have shown कि guanine में कितने sites हैं. These are the specific sites at which mutation can take place. So you have got the 6th position O. यहाँ पे आपका alkylation हो सकता है, oxidation हो सकता है, then deamination हो सकता है. ठीक है. Now, so DNA is also subject to attack from the reactive oxygen species. These potent oxidizing agents are generated by ionizing radiation and by the chemicals that generate the free radicals. So free radicals are again harmful for the DNA. Oxidation of guanine generates 7,8 dihydroid oxoguanine, or in short it is called the OXO-G. ठीक है, oxidation of guanine, it is called OXO-G. Now it is an addict, it is highly mutagenic because it can base pair both with adenine as well as with cytosine. चलो C के साथ अगर इसने base pair किया, it is tolerable, ठीक है, because in the next round of replication it is not going to change the sequence. But अगर ये adenine के साथ base pair हुआ, so in that from GC base pairing it is going to have the TA transversion. ठीक है guys, आपको समझ रहा है? Guanine is actually purine, और purine से वो T की जगह दे रहा है, यानी कि it's a pyrimidine, तो यहाँ पे हुआ आपका transversion instead of transition. ठीक है, so in the case of OXO-G, it can base pair with adenine, it can base pair with cytosine. अगर cytosine के साथ हुआ, so it's okay. It is not going to affect the sequence or affect the DNA. But if it is base pairing with A, so what will happen in the next round of replication? Instead of having GC, I'm going to have TA. So this becomes the transversion. Okay, and these kinds of transversion mainly are the reasons for the human cancers to cause. And the another damage is to the bases is caused by the UV radiation. And what happens is that when these DNA, they absorb the wavelength 260, ठीक है, अगर UV light है जिसकी वजह से क्या होगा, there will be a photochemical fusion of the two pyrimidines, और इसके केस में कौन सा है, thymine. So guys, you know that if suppose such cases are there where the thymine dimers are formed, it results in the skin cancer. जैसे एक तरह का हो गया आपका xeroderma pigmentosa, आपने सुना होगा, right? वहाँ पे से black patches आ जाते हैं the moment you get exposed to sun. ठीक है, so you need to have the precautions, prevention लेने पड़ते हैं, because of course you cannot stop going outside. Sunlight तो चाहिए ही चाहिए, और उसमें आपका UV rays तो रहेगा ही. So you need to protect yourself, your skin, from getting the exposed to the sunlight. Okay, so thymine dimer कैसे बन रहा है यहाँ पे? So in the case of two thymines, the fusion is called a thymine dimer. Now it has got the cyclobutane ring. तो जब fusion होता है तो यहाँ पे एक ring structure बन जाता है. Okay, it is going to be generated by the links between the carbon atoms 5, 6 at the adjacent thymines. Now in the case of thymine adjacent to a cytosine, the resulting fusion is a thymine cytosine. अभी क्या है, यहाँ पे हमने TT देखा, अगर TC होता वो thymine cytosine बन जाता है, ठीक है, in which the thymine is linked via its carbon atom 6 to the carbon atom 4 of the cytosines. And the problem is that ये जो आपका cyclobutane ring के वजह से, because of the formation of this ring, it is not able to base pair now with the adenine. ठीक है, so what will happen? The DNA polymerase will think that there is nothing, it is a gap, तो वो skip कर जाएगा. So it is again a mutation in the case of the DNA structure. Finally, gamma radiation and X-rays are particularly hazardous because they are double-stranded break, because they cause the double-strand breaks in the DNA, which are difficult to repair. Now, वो double-strand break क्यों करते हैं? Because these radiations have got high amount of energy, and that energy is sufficient to break the double-stranded DNA. Now, suppose it is not being repaired. So, what will happen? जहाँ पे भी आपको double-strand break है, that particular cell is not able to it's not able to heal, or yeah, it's not able to repair itself. So what will happen? That cell is going to die then. So they undergo the apoptosis. Now, ionizing radiation can directly attack the deoxyribose in the DNA backbone, or this radiation can exert its effect indirectly by generating reactive oxygen species. So, which we have discussed just above now, that the reactive oxygen species can also damage the DNA. Okay. So because cells require intact chromosome to replicate their DNA, ionizing radiation is used therapeutically to kill rapidly proliferating cells in the cancer treatment. So now you know that in order to kill the cells, we use the ionizing radiation. So abhi hame malum hai cancer cells ho rakhe hain, they rapidly divide. So it is always good to have the radiotherapy also. So along with the chemotherapy, you also go for the radiotherapy if any one person is suffering from the cancer. Okay, there are certain anti-cancer drugs also, जैसे कि bleomycin. It also causes breaks in the DNA. So हम ऐसे भी drugs use कर सकते हैं in the case of the chemotherapy. So ionizing radiation and agents like bleomycin, they cause DNA to break, are said to be clastogenic. Clastogenic मतलब क्या? तोड़ना, broken. ठीक है? So अगर मैं ये बोलूं कि हाँ, it is able to break the particular DNA strand, यानी कि double DNA डबल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए अगर वो ब्रेक कर सकता है, so that particular agent can become the clastogenic agent. Okay. Now, mutations caused by base analogs and the intercalating agents. Okay, so mutations can also be caused by the compounds which can substitute for the normal bases. यानी कि वो base के हम शक्ल जैसे होंगे, ठीक है? So in English we can say that they are the analogs. So what happens is that they will mimic those particular bases and cause a mutation, or intercalating agents, what they do between the bases, they can come and sit. जिसकी वजह से what happens is sometimes the DNA polymerase thinks that there is a gap and वो skip कर जाएगा, ठीक है? So base analogs are structurally similar to proper bases but differ in the ways that make them treacherous to the cells, यानी कि harmful to the cell. Thus, base analogs are similar enough to the proper bases to get taken up by the cells, converted into nucleoside triphosphates and incorporated into DNA during replications. ठीक है? तो of course ऐसी ही बात है कि हम directly DNTP तो नहीं देते हैं ना cells को, हम उसको क्या देंगे? हम उसको particular base देंगे so that वो अंदर उसको absorb करेगा, then it is going to convert into the nucleoside and then it is going to convert into the nucleotide. And जब वो nucleotide बन जाएगा, then only it will be taken during the replication by the DNA polymerase. But because of the structural difference between these analogs and proper bases, the analogs base pair inaccurately, leading to frequent mistakes during the replication process. ठीक है? जब हमने पहले बोल दी कि वो analog है, so of course there is a there's a chance that the enzymes are going to make a mistake. For example, 5-bromouracil. So 5-bromouracil, if you see, the structure is very much similar to the cytosine and it is going to base pair with the guanine. अब क्या होगा? Again, even though there was no cytosine, but it is base pairing with the guanine. Correct? Now, next is the ethidium. So, ethidium is nothing but your intercalating dyes, and all these dyes, like including orange, ho gaya, proflavin ho gaya. So, we use ethidium dye in order to check like the DNA. हमने जब भी agarose electrophoresis चलाया है, so previously we used ethidium bromide to see where the DNA has progressed. क्यों? क्योंकि UV light में ये fluoresce करता है, ठीक है? So, what happens is ethidium, it gets intercalated, यानी कि stacked between the two bases. Now, one of the most mutagenic base analog is the 5-bromouracil and it is an analog of thymine. So, वो thymine का आपका analog है, but it is base pairing with the guanine. So, क्या होगा? So, having instead of a TA, it is going to have the CG. ठीक है? Now, इंटरकैलेक्टिंग एजेंट्स जैसे ऑलरेडी हमने बोल दिया था, ये बेसिस के बीच में आके स्टैक हो जाते हैं, ठीक है? सो एजेंट्स लाइक प्रोफ्लाविन, acridine, ethidium, they cause deletion or addition of the base pair or even a few base pairs, and because of these deletions and additions arising in the gene, it is resulting in the truncated mRNA or it is not having a proper reading frame. आपका open reading frame shift हो जाता है जिसकी वजह से then later it is not going to give you the gene expression. आपका mRNA ही नहीं बनेगा. अगर mRNA बनता है तो truncated protein रहेगा. So all these problems. So finally nothing but ये mutations हुए हैं इसमें, ठीक है? Now how do intercalating agents cause short insertions and deletions? So what happens is once they get slipped between the bases in the template strand, these mutagens cause the DNA polymerase to insert an extra nucleotide opposite the intercalated molecule. अब जब extra हो जाएगा तो क्या होगा? So in the next case, it is going to have the missed, यानी कि वहाँ पे deleted portion रहेगा. And because of this, there is going to be a distortion in the template. And जब distortion रहेगा, so it is going to have the polymerase to skip a nucleotide. ठीक है? कभी कभी वो ऐड नहीं करेगा, कभी कभी वो उसमें एक्स्ट्रा ऐड कर देगा. So overall what is happening, your entire gene sequence is getting disturbed. So guys, that's all for today. It was all about like how the different ways by which a DNA can get damaged. अगर कुछ doubt है, please let me know through your comments.